Alright there, ladies and gentlemen. John Suitepee here, doing the first Let's Play recording of 2014. It's time to resume our monstrous adventures in 1Monster.wad. And today, we're in the secret level of 1Monster.wad, known as Castle Dorkenstein. Nice pun there, I suppose. And I'm already banned in Germany. Thanks, Grevel. So then, this is the enemy for the Easter egg enemy from Doom 2, the Wolfenstein-esque soldier. And they look very different from their actual counterparts. These were basically included in the levels 31 and 32 of Doom 2 as a secret, where they basically recreated the levels Wolfenstein, map 31, and map 32 was a recreation of Gross, which was the boss map of the first episode of Wolfenstein 3D. But they replaced the Hans Gross with a Cyber Demon, so not quite the same, but very different nonetheless. As you can see, you're seeing a lot of Wolfenstein-esque graphics, which unfortunately includes uncensored pictures. So yeah, I'm definitely fucking banned in Germany, for sure. Although I don't know, maybe not too fussed about Wolfenstein 3D. I don't know. I don't think I need to explain why this might be banned in Germany right now. I'll leave that to your imaginations. Depends whether YouTube gives a damn or not. Anyway, so as you can see, there's a lot of nice visuals here. Got some blue text, some grey walls, the nice monuments and stuff. It's a nice looking level already. I mean, I really like the sort of Wolfenstein-esque graphics, you know. I've not really played Wolfenstein 3D all the way to the end, but it's a good game. It's something I might get round to doing sometime, perhaps in a live stream. I don't think I'll do it as a Let's Play though, because Wolfenstein 3D is kind of, well, it's kind of weird. Wolfenstein 3D was a bit weird in sort of how it plays out. I mean, it's the granddaddy of all first-person shooters, sort of. Oh, that's the big claim anyway. But it can be kind of a boring game at times because levels just look exactly the same as each other. It's just that they changed the layout. And even weirdly, on some levels, in fact, you can actually, well, you can actually find that some levels can end very quickly, but yet have these huge maze-like sort of things, which is kind of weird. So basically, you can have a level that can end in like 30 seconds if you know where to go. Ooh, got some custom textures here. Oh boy. I think those are also custom as well. That signpost certainly wasn't in Doom 2 anywhere. Whether or not it's a Wolfenstein 3D texture port, I don't actually know, to be honest with you. And the levels could really last forever, and because there was no map or anything back then, Wolfenstein 3D could be a really tricky game to navigate. You basically sort of navigate where you've been before by the trails of corpses. Good times. Well, the design was a bit weird back then, but whatever. They improved on it for this. For Doom anyway, so but some of the tedium that you'd associate with perhaps Wolfenstein 3D was gone. Anyway, I just realised I've gone a few minutes, I've not even talked about the enemies themselves. These guys are basically a sort of variant of, they're supposed to be the SS soldiers. They look the same, but there is a size difference that you might have noticed if you're familiar with, well, like that. That's a nice effect. Should I trigger this? I think it's also... They're both very similar, but the first thing to notice, they're not quite as tall as they are. I mean, whether that's because of the size difference in Doom Guy, but in Wolfenstein 3D, they're a lot taller. Really, they're supposed to be a lot taller than this. Sure, where we go. These weird switches, but there's a yellow. Ooh, I like these doors with a grey. That's pretty nice. So they're basically using a semi-automatic weapon, which is sort of similar to what they use in Wolfenstein, which is a sort of the MP40. They fire 2 shots at a time, and they're not as bad as the chain gunner guys for 2 reasons. First of all, they fire it sort of semi-automatically in very quick bursts, but semi-automatically nevertheless. And the second reason is they're very inaccurate, surprisingly. I always thought this was the case, but I've actually looked it up on the Doom wiki, and they are notoriously inaccurate. I've always found that a bit strange about the Oh, I thought you could open these up, but you can't. I don't think, anyway. I guess you're not supposed to, anyway. So they're very inaccurate, the enemies. You can literally be standing right next to them. So you see, they're not nearly as tall or as threatening as they are in Wolfenstein 3D. And they do also infight each other as well. But the interesting thing to note is that they have no sort of graphic for a front attack. Because whenever they ported these guys in from Wolfenstein, they didn't bother to have a sprite showing them attacking from different angles. I mean, you know that Doom enemies basically sort of have a... They always look the same when they die. Like, for example, you can see it spinning around. Yeah, always looks the same. But when they attack, they do have different sort of modes. Like, they look different. You know, if they're attacking from the left-hand side, you can see that. But whenever these guys attack, you always see them attacking from the front as if they're fighting you, but they may not be. So you can see, you might have to see it here. See they, well, I'm not really giving you a good example, but basically whenever they fire from the front, it's not always fighting you. It's something you have to get used to, because you're always used to seeing a guy shoot at you from the front, you know, shoot you from the front. But these guys are a bit different. Anyway, we got the yellow key, so let's... God, ooh, this could be bad. Ouch. However, don't underestimate them just because of that, of course. They are still hit scan detection. They still can be devastating. Large packs. But they're not as bad as the chain gunner guys. Probably again because they're kind of inaccurate. And they sort of spray all over the place, which... I'm not sure if that was an original characteristic of the S... Yeah, you can see there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, just look there. See, you see that guy firing? He looks like he was firing at you, right? But he's not. He's firing at the guy that fired behind him. So, there you go. I got an example of it for you. Brilliant. Excellent. Right, let's get some health. Ooh, I think I just found a secret. I wasn't even really looking for secrets, but it looks like we're going to have to find them all now with the map. Ah, this appears to be the... Oh, nice. This is very similar to the... I don't want to trigger the exit. That's fine. Not just yet. So that seems to be the end of that. But now let's go up for secrets. There's one. Get some armor. And look for the rest. Should be... It doesn't look it's going to be too hard to find these secrets, actually. This is the first time I've seen the map be very useful on this level. Okay, there's an area over here we need to have a look at. But yeah, this level overall was quite nice. I mean, I've not talked about the level a lot. Ooh, looks like we're going to meet another secret here. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, you cunning bastards. I forgot we hadn't quite killed all the enemies. Still got a couple to deal with. So yeah, the Earth was designed to be an Easter egg. I mean, they weren't even mentioned in the manual for the game, so... There's that. I find these guys kind of interesting. You know, it looks very... They look nice. I mean... They don't really need to be in Doom 2, but they are. And it looks nice. You know, it's a nice little Easter egg back in the day. You know. I don't know how often they're used in the Doom community, though, aside from that. Oh, no. It's another obscure door where I have to find this switch lying God knows where. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to search for that for a bazillion hours. I'm not doing another thing like I did with the last map where I spent forever, to be honest. Get this. Ooh, rocket launcher. Don't really need that, mind you. But there's a way of getting... Oh, there's a portal somewhere. It looks like part of the door texture's off, but not to be. Just going to check the rest of the map. Looks like the only thing on the list is to figure out a way to get into that door ahead. I'm sorry if I sound a little dopey. I have had a little nap. I've not got much sleep lately due to work or whatnot. Trying to figure out if there's another way of triggering that secret or not. I'll have to have a quick hunt for it. Maybe it's something you can do in the room itself. Perhaps there's a... excuse me, a switch we could activate that would... let's see that... Nah. Just check it. No, not gonna happen there. There's a switch in here we can trigger. Not that I can see. Okay, I'm not wasting another 10 minutes of time on a secret. I'll just leave. I've got what I'm happy with what I've done. No need to prolong this map any further, in my opinion. Alright then. At least I know where it is. If anyone wants to figure out how to do it, let me know. Also, I want to thank Cannonball 1990 for actually telling me where that second switch was in the previous level to access this in the first place. Turns out it was basically it was on the computer panel, the same one that I accessed the first door with, but it was on the other side. It wasn't quite as obvious, but it was there. So thanks for that. Because of that, I've been able to get to this level. So, Castle Dorkenstein. I think I spent more time talking about Wolfenstein 3D than I did talking about the level, which, level was nice enough, you know. I mean, it was a nice sort of Wolfenstein-esque level, is what you'd call it. It's nice little... I love the doors with the bars in them. I've not seen that before. An actual door thing with a bar in the middle of it. And I mean, they weren't used as, like, doors open and shut, but it'd be nice to see that in a Doom one, perhaps. Doors with, you know, stuff you can shoot through. That's kind of a cool little technical thing I noticed. Wasn't too difficult, but my health did drop below 50 at one point. But if I had more than enough ammo and stuff to compensate. So another visually nice level once again. That's all I can say. Alright, so good job, Dutch Devil. 86% kills, 59% items, 3 out of 5 secrets, done in 10.5 minutes. No deaths. Now, Manky Blood. Ooh, no need to identify the enemy here whatsoever. Alright, so next time, Manky Blood. We'll be fighting Mancubi. That could be interesting. So then, what did you all think of Castle Dorkenstein? Did it make a good secret level? Do you think it made a good use of the SS soldiers? Or do you think they could have done something a little different? And what do you think is going to happen next time with the Mancubi on Manky Blood? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you all next time for part 17 of 1Monster. Farewell, Doomers.